even get into basically what happened in the West, because directly after the election was over, I think probably the next day, the premier Jason
Mhm.
Kenney of
Mhm.
Alberta like was trying to. He obviously wasn't talk having any. He wasn't saying any separatist talk specifically, but I think he was trying to also temper the people of Alberta, because you saw a lot. And you don't have Twitter, but like what was trending was wexit, which
Yeah,
stands for
yeah, I saw that in the
for
news. Yeah.
Western exit, because it is pretty. Though we do know that Alberta and Saskatchewan are oil provinces, and they always go full on conservative, but not to the point where you have zero liberal
Hmm.
representation in that province. So in
Exactly.
Alberta, you have the liberals lost 4 seats, and the conservatives gained those, literally absorbed those 4 seats, and the NDP,
Hmm.
they have 1 seat there that they were able to keep. And in Saskatchewan, there is also zero.
Sweep.
It's a complete sweep, which is, I think, it's so multifaceted what is happening in in the West. Like it's unbelievable, because it kind of stems from different things such as the carbon tax, and also
Hmm.
the economy there. Because I remember I was watching the segment on CBC, and one of the people from Saskatchewan was talking about how Saskatchewan or even Alberta, they're kind of the engine of the Canadian economy, but they themselves, their economy has not grown. Like the Alberta
Hmm.
unemployment rate is at 6.6%, which is 1 point above the national average, which is insane. And on top of that, you have
Hmm.
bills like Bill C-69, which offers greater scrutiny to pipeline projects. So for there's a conspiracy amongst some people in the West that Trudeau bought the Trans Mountain pipeline just to kill the project, because there has been a lot of there has been a lot of delay on Trans Mountain, and Trans Mountain pipeline
Hmm.
is big for their economy there, because it's that's jobs for the people. And like I said before, their
Yeah.
unemployment rate is at 6.6%, so they really do need this. So for a lot of
Hmm.
people in the West, they just simply don't trust the liberal government, and stuff like the carbon
Yeah.
tax, Bill C-69, were part of the reason why the liberals weren't able to gain any seats in the West.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be hard for Trudeau, especially now he doesn't have any representation in the West. Usually the way prime ministers form cabinets, they have regional representation. So you have people from the West, and you have people from Quebec and Ontario, especially around Toronto, being in those key ministries such as like finance, and just the key ministries.
Mm-hmm.
You need to represent the different regions in your
Mm-hmm.
cabinet, and now he doesn't have any MP at
Mm-hmm.
all, and he came out in the last couple of days and ruled out coalition government. So the one MP in Alberta from the NDPs is assured not to be a member of of the
Mm-hmm.
cabinet, since there won't be a coalition
Mm-hmm.
government. So Albertans, he yeah, Albertans will be. It's going to be hard to try to represent to have that. Well, it's going to be impossible
Mm-hmm.
because there's no MP, liberal MP from the West,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, one of the things too about Alberta, for example, I was reading today in the news how the government of Jason Kenney is trying to balance the
Mm-hmm.
budget, and they're going through serious cuts. Basically, the only things that are protected are health services and
Mm-hmm.
education services. But everything else is going to, like, they're really cutting everything else. They're cutting the number of public
Yeah.
employees. So what they're doing is that they're not going to replace all of those employees who are going to retire in the next 4 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, they're cutting a bunch of things, so Albertans are really feeling that pressure, and they're really feeling as if uh, the the economy, well, the Canadian economy, despite how Trudeau is saying it's doing
Mm-hmm.
well, they're really feeling it's um, as if they're not getting their fair share of that prosperity, you know. So